Why, hello, welcome. I am Lady Genesis, and this is the Art Realm of Genesis. It is episode number 2 of my MerMay series for the month, and I decided to go with a watercolor painting. So let's get started. I had sketched this piece in my tiny sketchbook. I was going to turn it into a digital piece, but the way I drew it, I loved it, and I wanted to kind of keep the same magic. So I said, for once, I'm going to actually paint in my sketchbook, which is something I normally don't do. Also, one of my kids had this watercolor palette that I got from Five Below, and I was quite curious to see how it holds up, because normally when I paint quote-unquote watercolors, I just use acrylic paints and water them down. But I wanted to see if a real deal watercolor palette would hold up, and especially one that's under $5. Well, they're not like your Crayola style watercolors. With these, I actually had to get them really wet in order to activate them. And once they were wet, they started giving me kind of like a thick goo feeling. But the colors were beautiful. I'm not going to lie, they're very vibrant once you got them started. This piece took me 45 minutes to an hour to paint. I did have to stop a couple of times and let it, dry. I did not stop and come back the next day. This is all in one night's worth of work because I was really excited to get this finished and uploaded. I got to thinking when I'm doing my audio portion, I feel like my voice is so nasally that I come off like I'm annoyed. I'm really not. If anyone's hearing that, go, ugh. I'm really not annoyed, not one bit. It's just, and also I'm fighting off a head cold because one of my lovely children gave me a cold. So if it sounds like, I'm actually very, very happy. There was a couple of videos back I had to re-record my audio because I swore up and down no matter how many times I listened to it. I sounded so like, and sometimes I feel like I sound like 3 different people depending on the day. Depending on like if it's nighttime and I'm trying to be quiet, or if it's in the morning and I'm just trying to wake up and I sound kind of groggy and kind of annoyed. So it's just catching me throughout the day in different spurts or versions of myself. I feel like now that makes me sound like I have multiple personalities, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. I know this is off topic, but I'd have to say that my favorite videos to edit are the ones where I'm painting. I think I get everything done so quick that it's easier for me to edit it because it's just like putting video clips together. One of my goals for this year was definitely to do more traditional work, because when I start pinching sheets of paper and trying to zoom in like I'm on my tablet, that is definitely no good, and that means I need to step away from my iPad from time to time. So I've been trying to like sprinkle in the traditional work, and also I think it's something fresh for you guys to see, and that way it keeps it from getting too stale. Before I let y'all go and enjoy the video, I also wanted to say that I did not use a random color palette generator to generate these colors. I just kind of picked. I really was eyeballing the yellow paint, and I thought it would be a nice choice for the skin because, I love my colors. And then everything else just kind of fell into place. So then I just worked with mostly warm colors, and then I dabbed in a little purple and blue. But now I will sit back and let you enjoy the rest of the video, and I will be back towards the end. Enjoy! Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode, and I'm going to name this piece Delphine of the Sea. She turned out quite pretty, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. All of this helps my tiny little channel grow, and I deeply appreciate all of you. So thank you so much for everything you do. Also, I do have a Patreon. It is 18 plus, but if you want to see my other works, they are there. Because these paints held up pretty well, and I'm kind of impressed, I honestly feel like the next mermaid piece might be another painting, but this time I want to try the render paper. So be on the lookout. If not, it's going to be a digital piece and then a painting. But just know another mermaid is coming next week, and I hope you enjoyed all this, and I will see you next time. Love you all. Bye!